Alrighty, welcome to Sunday Funday. Only a few minutes behind schedule. I was testing a few things out here. If the game will load properly, you will see that we are playing Bastion. And the reason I hope it loads properly is because this game is full screen only and it's being a little weird on me. Nope, see, it's cutting the bottom off. Let's see. There we go. Launch it back up. No, it's too big. What is going on? Something's wrong. Now. Still too big. Working now. I am moving in time with the camera. I have a cursor that is appearing on stream, and the sound seems okay. I mean, I can hear it loud and clear. I'm assuming you can. From the Discord chat, see, it is absolutely riveting, but is the sound working? Can you hear the music? See, that's what I was worried about. The music is important, but I do need to be able to talk over it. So maybe somewhere like 3/4, pull FX down to half. And because I'm lazy and I want to get this show on the road, we're going to play a new game plus, where I get to keep all the crap I built in my original playthrough.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
words, what I'm saying is that this is the story all about how my life got turned upside down.
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though. Kid just rages for a while. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
Never graded this one time around. Apparently I graded it.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines. He sets foot inside one of Zealandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rondé's place just brings back memories. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Cut the volume to about 40%. There we go. Let's try that on for size. Remember how to actually
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Arrow. I know where I'm going.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Can I switch back to the other gun? It fired faster than this stupid bow.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner.
I don't know how I didn't fall just now.
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
And my voice is back, and the sound is not. I have no idea if it will... Nope. This is gonna be a fucking problem. It's not gonna restore the fucking volume, is it? God damn it, I hate everything. Zoop-a-doop-a-doo. I really love this game. I'd love to actually play it.
He gets a good look at things on his way down.
Bah.
He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. Right back at you.
There we go. Let's actually get some,
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
wonder how those interact. I thought he had something to say about each of the tonics. Oh well.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Let's see here. Honestly, I don't remember which one of these, I don't remember which one of these I've upgraded. Mirror shield. Let's just go with that one. Pretty sure I have to hell of this machete. More importantly, throw it.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
You know, that's a relevant question. Why are they in popcorn thingies? What are those even called? Poppers?
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way.
Ow.
The Bastion's real close now.
For the record, this is a new game plus. I am using weapons from the first time I played this game.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Kid puts him out of his misery. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
Oh, jeez. Shit's falling apart, yo.
Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall.
Straight line.
See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. At last, the Skyway's in sight. Whisks him where it needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
Let's see, what can I upgrade? Yeah, I already fully upgraded the machete. And I don't have enough. I don't have bits yet to finish upgrading the carbine, so let's just skip it.
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Working Lord. Alright, let's do it.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong.
Bad on.
Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time.
Was there a field trip here before? Screw this. Hey, look, a machete.
Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Hopes he'll never see one again. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign.
God damn it. I mean, if this is where you're going on your field trips, I guess this is probably a good way to, good place to do that. God damn it, at least this game has fucking common autosaves. Ugh, damn it. Tumble through life like it's Zelda.
Time to get what he came for and get on out. He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Hopes he'll never see one again.
I'm going to bother picking up all of the things that I already have collected, which will just replace the loadout that I already chose.
Them squirts just don't know when to quit. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing.
I'm not gonna tell you though. Oh, that's what he meant by
And now there's a new marshal in town.
that. Oh. I killed the boss, so they all went they all went neutral. That was much
He
easier.
hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole.
I'm stuck.
He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley.
Yeah,
Some
really.
scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is, the oldest scumbag of them all, Gershel.
Kind of overpowered for the early levels, if you can't tell. What with the,
The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back.
what with the new game plus with all of my already upgraded items. Kind of hit like a train.
He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. Inside the forge, Kid can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Still not enough yet. I'm stuck behind the thing. It won't let me back out. Oh. Let me back out.
Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch.
Hi, Percy. Why was Percy here? Out on the east side by the forge. Build the
He
forge.
comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. The calamity saved some of my old books. Guess it's got a sense of humor.
Can't interact with it.
The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more. The breakers. Ain't no one could outrun them. Or their arrows.
These are like achievements, I guess. Let's try that on for size. Maybe a teensy bit more, less music. More or less. You know. No, I need narration. Narration's important. And I think that was actually enough enough fragments to finally upgrade the thing here. Explosive rounds or razor rounds? Already gave it knockback and tie. Faster reload, more damage.
Taught him a little something from my days on the front.
I guess we'll see how explosives work. History book.
Never would have pegged the kid as the bookish type.
Alright. Forgot about this. Fiddling with these items in the Bastion takes you to a place that the game just calls who knows where. It's a memory where you learn the backstory of one of the characters. In this case, I'm guessing the backstory of the stranger.
You don't get to be my age without learning a thing or two about what's what. But the most valuable lessons come early in life. I ain't much for worldly things. Though all these years I've held on to a stash of old books from when I was young. There's one old book in particular I still like to read from time to time. It covers the important things, in a manner of speaking. Here we go. A is for Kobe, the goddess of oath and abandon. Make a promise, and the chastened maid will hold you to it. B is for Breaker. He's faster than a fork of lightning, and his aim is always true. If news needs spreading, tell it to a breaker.
There we go. C is for core, a perfect bit of stone found deep underground. It makes the city shine day and night. Is there anything it can't do? D is for dread rum, a potent spirit brewed from a foul-smelling plant that grows in the wilds. One taste will sharpen your senses. Like thorn spitters or whatever. Anyway, I think the music is at a level that I'm happy with. The Narration is still going to be louder than me, but it is kind of the entire point of the game, so I'm just going to try to shut up while the narration's going.
E is for evacuation. In an emergency, stay calm, leave your belongings, and make your way to the nearest safe haven.
I definitely need to ditch this carbine for something that fires faster, though. I'll just let them keep hurting each other until one of them kills the other. There we go.
Well, that's enough of that.
Okay, I healed, but that'll do. Honestly, I don't know if these sections even end. They just kind of keep going. Alright, next thing I need to build is an armory so I can
Picked
trade
up
out the
traces of other
weapons.
cores while the kid was out.
Alright, the sundown path or the melting pot. Let's check out the sundown path.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. Floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd used to search the stars. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core?
And why?
Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake.
Yeah, leveled up.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path.
I don't want the hand grenade. I don't want the hand grenade.
Find time to find them.
There.
He's wise to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
So did I get the core back once the scumbag ate?
So he didn't find the core that time.
Guess not.
But that ain't about to stop us.
You know.
We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
Let's go find us a core this time.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
I don't know what that means. I don't think I want to know what that means.
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
All these little boxes that the gas fell asleep in. I'm just gonna get rid of those real quick.
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the Kid's defense. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous. Judging by the moving of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner.
Huh.
Heard he popped that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell.
You having a giggle there, mate?
Squirts get real territorial around a core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the Kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
You having a giggle there, mate? I'll bash your fucking head and swear on me, Mum.
I still remember the look on his face after that one. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Celandia. It was good living here for a while. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Arsenal.
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Trade out for my hammer.
A hammer and an army carbine. When I was a fighting man, I used the very same.
Let's upgrade my hammer. %50 extra damage or 100% extra crit damage, knowing as we do that I have a tonic from the distillery that grants me 100% crit chance when I'm at less than a third health.
Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that. A sail hammer's only as strong as its spine. That's a strong spine.
Oh, deliver a single crushing blow to a foe for at least 70 damage with the hammer. Alright, let's see if that works. Hanging Gardens. Alright.
The dead. The dead ain't gotta worry about this mess.
Whoops. I fell on him.
The calamity took everybody after all.
I mean, I guess they were already dead, but...
Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close.
Jesus.
It was someone like him.
He's not a statue.
Something so familiar about that man. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers.
Damn it. Damn it, 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 damn it. I don't want to have to shut down the stream for a week or some shit to figure out what's causing this. Still gotta go find that guy who isn't a frozen statue of ash.
Now here's what really happened in the Hanging Gardens. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. It was someone like him. Something so familiar about that man. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nordy the bird boy didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
That's not what I left him.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The core survived as well. And then, what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
This guy's been sending me out to do shit and hasn't even told me who he is. What an asshole.
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
Talk to Zolf about life in Caelondia before the calamity. What was it like living in the city? Didn't you get homesick?
For Zolf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
offer him the spyglass you found down the sundown path. Maybe this can help you take your mind off things. You could help us find new skyway paths.
Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
And ask him about the Ura sigil. Have you been in Ceylondia long? Did you travel all the way from the east?
He was born in the Tazil terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. The cores, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
I need to update my distillery. Oh hey, I leveled up. Alright, these do not stack. Let's see here. Alright, some fetching fizz, wear whiskey. 100% crit chance below 33% health. Cinderbrick Stout lets me move faster while defending. Bull Brandy is just straight damage resistance. Gain some health by striking foes. I do love Leech Aid. Champagne. Brewed from aged scumbag secretion. Ew. Doomshine. Bonus crit chance. Less health. Or I could just go with Squirt Cider and get a little bonus health.
Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
Cinderbrook Fort. Pith Orchard. Let's go to the ladder.
The gods, they're all undone. Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
Pith, the bull god of calamity and order.
Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the Orchard core, it's long gone too. Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration.
More people. They didn't make it.
Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide.
I love this shield.
Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off? Hensa.
You can invoke various gods, which make the game harder, but give you a bonus to fragments and XP. Hensa, the goddess of pain and pleasure. They say the veiled widow is smiling beneath her robes, her body all scratches and scars. Akabe, goddess of oath and abandon. No one bound the chastened maid save for herself. Her shackles are of her own design. Lemaine, god of hope and despair. Before each battle, soldiers pray that the Mason King grant them high morale. Pith, god of commotion and order. The wakeful bull, patient yet temperamental, adorns the city walls with his likeness. Jebel, god of health and atrophy. Half the Tower Keeper's face is that of a youth in his prime, the other of an old man. Yudrig, god of impulse and bravery. The morning stallion affects the wishes of all people upon the break of each new day. Rothus, god of thirst and plenty. The gorging host grows ever larger, yet remains insatiable, his eyes awash in tears. Misha, goddess of loss and longing. The lorn mother gave away her heart, bears the star of Ceylon in its stead. Olak, god of chance and whim. Alive forever in a single moment, the carefree sun plays beyond the reach of time. Garmuth, god of purpose and folly. Despite his lack of senses, the crippled duke gives counsel to the humble and the wise. Man,
Kid don't need favors from the likes of Pith. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
Unlike in most stories, in this one, it's very, very clear that the gods are absent.
Popping windbags is hard enough. The gods can make it even harder.
Is there once again just not a core here? Damn it.
Things might have gone worse if Kid kept tampering with that shrine.
At least it's not ambiguous.
Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought. Ain't always much to say.
That's a good one. Guy didn't shut up the whole game. Cinderbrick Fort.
There's only one way into Cinderbrick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid.
Holy crap, that hurt. Whoa. I just got an achievement. Nothing over here.
Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. Wham! Kid's ready for the windbags this time. Kid can't hardly tell up from down after a while. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides.
Why aren't I using this shotgun? This thing is awesome.
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days. Windbags can't use the marshal supplies, but the kid sure can. As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though. So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort. Kid's blasting everything in sight with that newfangled musket.
son.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. Kid ain't afraid of getting burned. They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds.
Trapped, huh? I don't think so. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles. They got something to gain and only their sorry hides to lose. Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon. The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Not like this.
The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort. Kid shows up just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe.
Oh, hot damn. That's the kid's story. I'm about that life. As soon as I hit up the forge and upgrade this musket here. Something coarse. There we go. Okay, I need to hit up the memorial first.
The marshals kept the city's peace. They can rest easy now. The Masons, we built the city strong. Now there's only two of us.
I just gained a grand. I can upgrade it at least once. 15% damage or greater knockback. More range, less spread. Or more spread, less range. I've got more spread.
The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire. Now we're looking at some serious firepower.
Yeah, I just want more knockback. That'll do. The marshals brought the city back to working order after the war, didn't they?
Even since the Uras surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
Did the marshals ever give you a hard time, being an Ura?
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Where'd you get the smoking pipe? In the city they used to say this stuff was very strong.
Zulf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
You know, as much as I had enjoyed it up to this point, the first time I was playing, I think this was the point when this game really sold me. Was hearing the smoking pipe when we learned the kid's story.
Poor kid collapses after just one drag. The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history. The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Why? been such a long day.
Kid takes another drag, goes out like a light. There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top. The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? why he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
So, you can even see the hole in the ground back there. Oh my god, everything is a hole. Where am I?
Will he finally arrived at Caelondia's vaunted safe haven? He and no one else. But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. The past don't matter for nothing now.
Fuck it.
Kid ain't finished here yet. Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again. All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
The gods didn't bother to stop the calamity, did
The
they?
Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Would you like to hang on to this? The Ura people worship the same gods as us, after all. Didn't Rux just finish telling us?
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
Yeah.
Turn 'em round and round all you like. Pith's still gonna be ugly.
Let's get another level in, assuming the sound doesn't crash. Langston River.
The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off. Riverbanks swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weepin' Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors.
Wink wonk.
least she picked a good spot for a break, 'cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings.
It's because he's
Peckers.
by birds. Let's change the hammer out for the pike. There we go.
They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weepin' Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Crafty things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these. Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
Trying to protect this dead guy.
The windbags get an even better idea. They aim to smash Weepin' Nellie to splinters. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nellie. She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nellie gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. Seems the Calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoos them off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times kid nearly fell off the barge back there? Not even once. Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Now harboring a post-calamity superiority complex.
Why go to Prosper Bluff?
Are you gonna tell us, Rex?
Used to take an enterprising man, or a plain old fool, to venture out that far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't.
Ah.
And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it?
Because it's shitty and nobody would want to go there? That's why you go there.
There the kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while. How's it go again? That's the one. Timeless.
What's the point of that? That was weird.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to say, kid ain't coming home empty-handed. And besides, it's like the song goes. They'll be here before too long.
The singer agreed to return to the Bastion.
We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow Ura again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find.
Can you read any of this? Do these charts and formulas mean anything to you?
If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away.
What do you make of these drawings and diagrams? Isn't this written in your native language?
A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much. Most of the Ura never got a taste of Caelondia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here.
Not much to see out there beyond the Bastion, but maybe you'll find something.
Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view.
Did the marshals ever give you any trouble? You seem worried whenever you see this badge.
Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they?
Traditional era script was outlawed in the city. What dicks? Is this your handwriting?
So many secrets in there and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either. The Brushers, they moved in shadows, but the calamity found them.
Crit chance. Faster thrust. Bonus damage and attacks ignore armor. So I can change thrust attacks cause knockback with crit damage. I don't know, man. Keeping your distance is pretty damn important. Alright, let's go build something. There, there's the shrine.
Behold, the Pantheon.
Yeah, I don't think so. Alright. Let's wrap the game up here. Hopefully I will be able to wrap this up on another Sunday Funday. Ooh. But it is late at night and I am tired. Thank you as always for tuning in. Good night.